What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coop's House. So we're back on the Chevelle build, and this is actually going to be one of the last videos in this build series. So you guys remember, we actually got the car drivable. I believe we've talked about that, but we got the drive shaft in and everything. And a couple of weeks ago, we were actually able to go ahead and take the car to the track and make our very first pass.
Alright, let's see what we got, big boy. Alright, baby, Bill, 1, 4, 3.
So this week, we're actually going to go ahead and, as bad as it hurts us, we're going to sand this thing back down. We're going to wet sand it back down, get ready to paint our stripe on the side so we can re-clear the entire car. And that's going to be the end of this build. So we kind of have some big plans for this stripe, a couple of things that we've never tried before. So we're going to see how that goes. But first, before we hit this thing with any sandpaper, we're going to go ahead and wash it down and make sure there's no dirt or anything like that that's going to create any big, deep scratches. So we're going to take some of the soap from our friend Corey over at Corey's Car Care, hit this thing, make sure it's nice and clean, and then we're going to wet sand it down. So let's get to work. So all of us guys here at Coop's House want to send a big shout out to our buddy Corey over at Corey's Car Care. He sent us a care package and it's absolutely awesome. His own brand of soap, a lot of other cleaning supplies. You guys need to go check him out. Also, huge shout out to Corey and his wife Megan on their beautiful baby girl. Congratulations, guys. We're so happy for you. We appreciate you and you're just awesome. So love you guys.
I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
It's just depressing.
And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go, go.
This is sickening.
Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never.
Alright, so we're about to call it a day for today. Couple takeaways. This is our very first time ever attempting anything like this. We've never sanded the clear back down, re-cleared a car. This is our very first time doing that. So a couple things we've learned. I really regret starting out with the DA. I wish I hadn't done that because there's a couple places where I actually busted through the clear and went a little too far, and I'm actually going to have to go back and fix those. Probably not going to film that process, but we'll have to take care of that before we clear this car again. Second, don't know how I feel about the 600 grit sandpaper. I almost wish that I would have gone with more like an 800. 600 is cutting it great, but it also cuts it really fast. So before you know it, you've gone too far. So a couple things we've learned, but it's fine. That's what this entire build has been. It's been something, you know, we've used to actually learn a lot of this. So it is what it is, but we're getting close. I think this is going to work out just fine, but it's just going to take a lot of time because I'm not going to use the DA sander for the rest of this project probably. I'm probably going to do the rest of this by hand. It's fine. It's going to take a little longer, but it is what it is. I would rather take a little longer and have a good product on the back end. Sucks, but it is what it is. So anyway, we're going to call it for today, and I'll probably get back out here and do another panel tomorrow. Anyway, yeah. All right, so we got the car moved back in the shop, and this is a first for us. This is something we have never done before, but we went ahead and we sanded the whole car back down with 600 grit sandpaper. We got all the clear coat leveled out. We still have a couple little places like on the hard body lines and things like that that we're actually going to hit with Scotch-Brite to scuff those up so the clear coat will stick. But we wanted to go ahead and spray a stripe here on the side so we break up these two colors instead of having such a hard line. So we're going to take this thing off. We're going to get the a base coat color of black sprayed, and then we're going to tape off some 1/4 inch lines. And then we're going to spray some silver, and we're going to try something with that. Not sure how it's going to work. But again, this is something we've never done before. I've never sanded a car back down after I clear coated it and added more clear coat. So I'm really hoping this works out. If not, it is what it is, I guess. But this is a learning experience. This is something we're going to try. We're going to see if it works. Hopefully it does. Let's find out.
Nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
we're actually gonna try something with this silver stripe, something we've never done before. Couple things we've never done before. We don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we're gonna shoot a black base first so that we can let that sit to sit the silver, or to spray the silver over to try what we're gonna try. So yeah, we're gonna shoot some black and then we're gonna shoot some silver and see how it turns out.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
Alright, so this is the thing we said we were gonna try that we've seen, but we've never done. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out. But we sprayed the black base and then we sprayed the silver over the top. So now we have some saran wrap and we're gonna kind of bunch that up a little bit, and then we're gonna lay it on the paint and pull it off. And what we're going for is kind of like a marble type finish. Hopefully it works out. I don't know. It really doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna be clear coated over anyway. But yeah, guess we're gonna see how this looks. Okay, we failed miserably. So I don't really know why, but our base coat dried really fast. So I sprayed this stuff wet, and as soon as I sprayed the last coat, I set the gun down, grabbed the saran wrap, and it didn't work. Ignore the sound, it's flooding right now. This blew in out of nowhere. But anyway, so I guess now we're actually just gonna go with a silver stripe. So I'm gonna try something else I've never done, and I'm gonna actually try to fade the edges with an airbrush with black and fade into the silver. It's not gonna be perfect. I've never done this before. This is something I'm gonna try on this car. So anyway, since we couldn't have one, maybe the other will work. Anyway, yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, we're gonna mix up some more silver and just paint it silver and be done. So this idea was cool until it wasn't. When I realized that my hands are not that steady and I really need to practice. This is like the first time I've ever used this thing. But anyway, if the stripe was bigger, this might have been cool. But anyway, it ended up, I was trying to even it out and I was fading it way too close. So we're just gonna cover it with silver and then call it good. So yeah, anyway, epic fail times 2 in one video. You can only find that here at Duke's house. Alrighty guys, so Hunter had to run. I'm out here by myself this evening trying to get this thing wrapped up, but went ahead and I have peeled all the paper and all the tape off the side of the car, so we actually were able to see what the stripe looks like, and it's not bad. Our dimensions aren't exact on both sides. We are a little bit wider on the passenger side than we are on the driver's side, but that's okay. We're learning. This thing will probably get repainted in the future sometime. Anyway, so next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the entire car with thinner, make sure that it's good and clean. There's no grease, no handprints, anything like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some clear coat, get some clear coat put back on this thing, and hopefully bring back the shine, because it looking like it looks right now compared to what it looked like a few days ago really stresses me out. So that being what it is, I've got another gallon of this 4-to-1 mixture Glamour Clear from Autobahn that I'm gonna go ahead and mix up I'm gonna spray probably 2 to 3 good wet coats, and depending on how we look, I may actually go ahead and thin down the last coat just a little and see what difference that makes. I'm learning. I don't care at this point. I'm gonna try everything. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get to work on that, and hopefully here in a few minutes we're spraying some clear. Okay, so I know that I said I was worried about this, but dude, so this was so worth it. Like, all the extra work, all the aggravation, I was worried about it, but this was a game changer. Like, this made all the difference in the world. Paint looks absolutely phenomenal. I do have 1 drop of sweat that dropped on the passenger side that I'm gonna have to cut and buff out later, but holy cow. I'm very, very happy with this. It's not perfect. There is some imperfection in the base coat, but overall, this thing looks absolutely phenomenal given what we started with. I am gonna show you guys, but holy cow. I am absolutely stoked with how this turned out. Check this out. So I know I said that I was gonna shoot 1 more coat of clear coat, thinned about 10%, but with the way this laid out and the way this looks, I think I'm going to leave it alone. This laid out absolutely slick. There's not really any orange peel or anything like that in it, so not really any need for that. There's a couple little high spots. I've got 1 or 2 bugs that got in it, and I've got the 1 drop of sweat on the passenger side that came out of my respirator that I'm gonna have to cut down and buff out. But other than that, this thing turned out absolutely phenomenal, and I am stoked about it. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. I have a little bit more work to do. I still have to do the hood and the trunk the same way that I did the whole car, but I have a little bit of an issue on the hood, and I haven't shown you guys, but I will. When I started wet sanding this thing, getting it ready to do this, the first thing I sanded was the hood, and like just immediately it sanded through the clear coat, the base coat, and it has a little spot of primer showing. So I've got to figure out how I'm gonna fix that without making it look like absolute garbage. So hopefully I can figure that out. I may have to end up base coat, candy, clear, and then waiting for it to dry, and then wet sand it down and clear it again so that it matches. But that's fine. Still have to do the front bumper. But we do have a little bit of work left, but I am absolutely stoked at how this turned out. And yeah, we'll see this thing hopefully tomorrow unmasked out in the sun. So I'm gonna call it a night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it is the next day. I slept most of the morning today because I was up late last night working on this thing. So I've unmasked everything, pulled all the paper off. So I'm about to crank this thing up. We're gonna pull it outside. We're gonna see it in the sun for the very first time. So I'm super excited, ready to see what it looks like with a new coat of clear on it. So we're gonna do that right now. Okay guys, so I know I had said that I was gonna go ahead and sand and re-clear the hood and the trunk and paint the front bumper off camera. Go ahead and get that put back together, and then we were gonna pull this car out in the sun and see how everything looked. But unfortunately, we're not gonna be doing that for two reasons. Number one, it's cloudy, raining, thundering, lightning, and yeah, there just is no sun. So we're not gonna be doing that for that reason. Number two is during the few days we've been off from filming, we actually went ahead and did some tweaking on the suspension on the car. We pulled it out to the driveway, launched it one time just to see how everything was gonna behave, and started hearing a chirp coming from the motor that just sounded god-awful. Looked down, lost oil pressure, went from 40 down to about 10. So yeah, we pulled the car back around to the shop, shut it off, pulled the oil dipstick, checked that out. Thought we saw a little bit of metal flake in the oil, but we weren't super sure. So we just went ahead, moved the car on in the shop, drained the oil, checked the filter, and had a very, very significant amount of metal flake in the oil. So believe we may have spun a bearing. That sucks. It is what it is. But we were really hopeful that the next video was going to be a trip to the racetrack with this thing to see what it would do. But unfortunately, now it's turned into we're going to be pulling the motor and going through the motor to figure out what the crap went wrong. So that's unfortunate news. Believe me, nobody is more upset than I am about that right now. That's not what I thought was going to happen. But anyway, we know how things go here on Coop's house, and it's never easy. It's always going to be something. But that's going to put us on hold on the Chevelle for a couple of weeks because we have a friend who dropped off a 65 Fairlane that we're supposed to be doing the paint work on. So we're going to be focused on that for the next couple of weeks. And we'll be posting videos along the way, so the content's not going to stop. But this is also really good news for the guys who have been asking for more square body content, because the square body's coming back, and we're going to be continuing where we left off on that. So yeah, I mean, that was the plan in the next couple of weeks anyway, but you know, hey, things happen, and now we're just doing it quicker than we thought we would. But yeah, in conjunction with that, we'll also be going ahead and pulling the motor and things like that. So we'll be coming out with square body and Chevelle content at the same time and getting this thing ready to go to the racetrack. But I want to say thanks to all of our support, all of the new subscribers, everybody who supports the channel. We appreciate you guys. The growth that we've seen over the last couple of weeks has just been absolutely insane. We've gained an awesome amount of new followers from, you know, I think we came from like 150 up to around 175 in just a couple of days. So the channel is growing, and it's all because of you guys. We're very appreciative. But as always, make sure that if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like it, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when we post, and keep talking to us in the comments, because the more you guys interact with us, whether it be through likes, subscription, commenting, the more that you guys do that, the more that our channel is recommended to people who have similar interests. So make sure that you guys keep doing that. As always, we appreciate you, and we're very thankful for you guys tuning in and hanging out with us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.